I would rotate a lot quicker. So the Yves and the Valentina are now out. If they still want to go hands into that kind of strategy, I would also think that the Lilia might be another thing that they want to take out as well.
Yeah, no, honestly, at this point, with what Vitality has, they have many different options in mid, and one of them is definitely need that Lilia. But interestingly enough, Vitality, they themselves ban out the Lilia here, so I wonder if they want to go for the Selena. I don't think you necessarily need that. The Phoveas get banned out, which honestly is not a bad pick here because, you know, Phoveas is one of the counters for the Freya. So now for Na'Vi, in terms of their mid pick as well, they need something that can protect themselves so that, you know, doesn't get attacked by the Cho, doesn't get attacked by the Ling. I'm drawing a blank. Are they going to try to force like a Kimmy and then hope they can just move forward all the time? I don't think that's a great idea.
You know what's a hero that we haven't seen this entire series?
What, Valir?
Jushin.
I feel like if anyone uses Jushin, it might be Vitality. Because Jushin for Na'Vi, I'm not so sure they can pick up a lot of heroes here. Cho has a lot of dash, even the Ling has a lot of dash. So
makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're not going to get a lot of value. And now the Alice has been bad. Now, honestly, pretty smart, considering the Alice could still be picked up as a jungler.
That's true. There's still flexibility. Oh my god.
Oh, well.
Actually unreal, by the way.
Yeah.
So actually unbelievable.
The Jushin gets picked up for Na'Vi.
It's kind of like we called it, but also we're like warned against it.
Yeah.
Well,
because it's the only hero that she's picked up that hasn't been used, and I think the Kimmy is a little bit too risky here.
But the thing is now Vitality can pick up the Kimmy because Kimmy does quite well against the Zushin. They can pick up the Gord as well. They pick up the Terizla. We haven't seen Terizla for a while here. Going up against the Frey, you're not going to be winning the lane. You're just going to survive.
Yeah. So what does Cine pick? Selena is still open. You mentioned the Kimmy already. Kagura is another hero that she's utilized in MWI. And it's going to be a Valir.
I mean, you did say one hero we haven't seen is Valir, and I, you know.
Well,
it works.
It makes sense,
right?
It
makes sense.
Atlas, anti-CC as well for the ult, so it doesn't necessarily have to bring Purify up against the Freya. It also makes sense.
And you know that this is going to be a tank, right? You know that Na'Vi is going to be bringing a tank, so that Valir is going to be helping out a lot. Especially you have the carry as well as the Ling. You don't need more damage. You just need some kind of disruption. And now that Kai gets picked up, I feel like this is going to be the final game.
Oh, that's a heavy statement because the reality is for Na'Vi, they are knocking on the door of a second place finish. For Vitality, however, one map away, one win away from securing the 2026 MWI Championship. Can they do it? Can they get the job done? Or will we get one more map? Mirko, get in, let's find out.
The world holds their breath as they see this next game. Already at the door, our defending title champions are so close to getting that trophy and getting real revenge from what happened in 2024. Na'Vi, they've got what it takes to bring it all the way to the end. But the truth is, if they don't muster up the courage now, if they don't be brave to make the play, I don't know how they will overcome this mountain of a hive mind.
And the Golden Hornets look strong. The Golden Hornets look very convincing. They're coming off of an 11-minute end just earlier for match point. Na'Vi has gone back to their roots, playing utility jungle and having a carry on Ayanami. Freya, specifically the Freya, that got them that convincing win in game number 1.
I'm surprised it took them this long to finally get that Freya back, but at the same time, we've seen the back and forth and the many different strategies that have been utilized. This one feels comfortable to Na'Vi, and I want to see how much this comfort is going to make the difference, because Vitality, even in the early stages of the game, they're still pretty dangerous.
And all comes down to, I think, Vival on the Ling. It's something that we've been talking about a couple of times, right? Vival, on utility or on Assassins. Which one do you like better? Me personally, I'm always Assassin for Vival. And so far on the Ling, she's been fantastic. The Nolan as well. And so far in this game, against an Akai, it's looking okay. But it comes down to that first turtle. If you're able to take it away from the Akai, if you're able to snatch away some more of these jungle creeps, I think we're in for a very similar lead that we saw from last game.
Well, let's take it one step back here, because this is not the only different Ling setup that we've seen. Sometimes they skip first turtle and decide to go instantly for the invade on the opposite side of the map. But really, who can really say what a strong side, weak side anymore? Most of these matchups pretty difficult and skill-based. I would say the EXP makes the most amount of sense for Fumieko to actually be on the losing end, but overall, that's only because of the emblem setup.
So let's see it. Na'Vi, obviously the ones first onto the turtle. This composition is built around neutral objectives. Fumieko's not even for. Ayanami is captured in this XP. Vitality, no entrance to this turtle. Vivian taking a whole lot of damage already. Cine trying to go and provide some poke as Vivil's waiting in the bush right now. Oh, she steals it away from Keishi. Headbutt at the Tempest of Blades now. Keishi's caught in the flames of Cine. Now the stun as well. Ayanami with first blood under. Navi's been baited out as Chell is already rotated from the gold lane.
Well, this is chaos. Let's go down to the bottom side. Hey, not Ayanami, casually 2v1ing two people at once in the middle of that fight and even finding that first blood. But now, with no means out, honestly, it might have cost her the entire laning phase now.
And it's just as we said, just as we assumed. If Vivil can somehow get a lead at the start of the game, this is going to be very dangerous because it seems like Na'Vi, yes, they have Ayanami, but the main guy who they're looking to snowball in this game is Rihanna the Granger, and she's brought Purify. So that means the Link's going to have a plenty of good space to dash around and outmaneuver the Granger.
We'll see how long they're going to be able to do that here. I think Na'Vi, they're not completely out of this just yet, but Chell has consistently beaten Rian in lane. It's outside of the lane where things get a little dicey, and because of that, Vitality walk into enemy territory and they have an amazing read on the jungle path that Na'Vi have. Now it's oppression from this point onwards.
And that's the clear speed diff. Something that we brought up a couple of times after the patch for the utility jungles, the Fredrin, the Bakshas, and the Akai, but in the group stage, even through the knockout stage, we've seen the Akai still get their hands on neutral objectives. That's the thing. Now that it's taken away from him, you can really see that gap for the Assassin in terms of clear, in terms of mobility. She's able to get into the purple buff, getting out of there as well, without using ultimate, without using any of that.
I mean, Link is just one of those heroes that's really hard to kind of like, to balance out because of how much is in that kit. It's just universally good. And now, as they contest for the space at this stage of the game, for Vivol, it's a pretty straightforward answer. All I gotta do is keep on stealing these camps and cleaning up bad trades across the map, and this game should be in the bag before I know it.
Na'Vi hold control over it, but Vivol has a 2-level lead, so it comes down to the red tree battle again. Vivian gonna provide some poke right now as Fumieko trying to zone Ayanami. It's Keishi holding on to the neutral objective. Vivian goes for the kick, but baits out the heavy spin. Now it's Vivol looking for the opening, goes in again, and the rinse out the red tree. Morale with the fatal links over on Vivol. She's gonna be able to dive in with the Defiant Blade. Tempest of Blaze now knocking him up, and oh, it's all the Blaze picked up by Vivol.
They have to kite together, unfortunately. Not Ayanami can only do so much now that the rest of her backline is already out. Rain as the anchor again. They have to understand who is the anchor of the composition. If you're not playing around your anchor and you're splitting away from them, I get it if it's a Tempest of Blades. I get it if it's a Fatal Links. But if not, why not? And I think that Ayanami at this point needs to communicate to the rest of the team. Look, I'm the only one who has the lead right now. If you want Rian to get these kills, we have to play traditional front to back.
Good escape for Ayanami. They will have to do that, but it's so scattered. The way Na'Vi want this fight to be is pure front to back. Vitality are attacking from angles that Na'Vi are just not expecting. And it's really difficult for Rian to land those shots.
I mean, I think what's worse is that now that they don't have to worry about their mid laner not having, well, inbuilt Purify, they have access to Flicker. It becomes that much more difficult, right? And not only do I have to get rid of your battle spell, but I also have to get rid of your ult on top of that. It's just a consistent level of problems that Na'Vi can't force out all at once, but over a period of time. In terms of the gold so far, Ling coming up big at 1,000 gold so far, and that's already pretty good. Again, you can see that even Vivian just man-to-man defense, making sure that they have plenty of information on what's going on. Keeping up the waves, and Rian should die here, but doesn't get that last auto attack down. We see that Mirai, they want to, but they back away.
I can't believe it. That amount of damage at 6 minutes for a carry with just one assist.
I was questioning it as well. I was thinking that maybe the Rian would be able to get out or at least create enough distance, but I think just too many procs, right? Too many triggers, that passive.
And you have to take a look at Vivol. She's been having a nasty game of Farm Simulator right now. I mean, she's taking away the bot wave, the mid wave as well. It's doubleating, but on the jungle. She's gonna go to the bottom lane now. Na'Vi set their sights on the turtle, and it seems like Vitality don't care.
Can they drag this out? I mean, Sydney still hasn't used the Searing Horn just yet. They don't mind. Have the second one. We're going to walk away from this. We want to make sure that at least Vival's in a disgustingly good position.
2-level advantage. Purple buff about to come back up here on the other side for Na'Vi. It is finally their first neutral objective of the game. And in the bottom lane, it's just Vival clearing out, trying to get those items, trying to get enough gold to assassinate these backliners, mainly Rian on the Granger.
And I think they're going to get very close to doing so here, as Vival is already in a really good position overall. Despite the score being 2-2, a majority of that lead is in her hands, in her bank, in a matter of fact, as Keishi slowly falls behind. This should turn that 3-level lead that Vival has back down into a 2, but a play being forced by Vival on forward from Vivian. She gets punished, Ray pulls her back.
For Mieko next to the chopping block right now with the Crimson Beacon and a heavy spin. She gets the penalty zone, but now lifted up. A bit of the heavy spin helping her out as well, but Riyadh finally gets on board with her first stack of the Sky Piercer, all of them low. Vival nowhere to be seen, just going to go for the safe turret down below.
Definitely think she could have picked up the kills there, but again, don't want to risk the shutdown overall. Let's look at the gold distribution overall, and it looks like, yeah, a lot of it come, not only half of them coming from the minions, a large chunk coming in from the jungle creeps itself. The passive goal is going to be dedicated to be the same, but I mean, with 2 kills already, 400 gold in the bank, it's going to be pretty difficult for Keishi to actually catch back up because he does not want, she does not want the kills. Oh wait, play, flicker, coming out of rain, no way of the dragon now.
Oh my god, that damage, Vival knows. There's no way for Rian to escape even with the Purify. That's the killing spree for Vival. Rian unable to escape.
I mean, there's nothing that she can do about it, right? If you can do about it, right? If you have Flicker, you die anyways. You have that Purify despite the way of the dragon. You can reposition, I suppose, but not when 2 people are attacking you. At least not Ayanami was able to get the tier 1 down bottom side before this Lord spawn actually occurs. If you notice, you see that Shell is actually hovering around that top side. She doesn't see anybody. She's going to steal away the orange buff and maybe even farm another wave up top side.
Oh my god, it just built up frustration. First it was the purple buff taken by Vival, now it's the orange buff taken by Chelsea. He deals with the wave up top, trying to build that slow push. And at the end of the day right now, Na'Vi are still going to have to play that front to back. They're going to have to play for Mrs. President, who's Rian right now, like Vivian. Opening up, wave up top, already shoved in by Vitality.
I think you mean Madam President at that point, but
Madame.
I think at this stage, yeah, they don't really need this Lord. They can start taking away turrets kind of for free. Freya shows topside, and I think it's pretty free for Vitality. Whatever you want, you can take.
That's the Lord secured by Vitality. Penalty zone by Fumieko. Now it's Vival just waiting for the heavy spin. She's such a patient killer.
Yeah, they really, they haven't lost too much composure.
At
now,
9 minutes?
Yeah, endless battle. Wait, Zipper, pull up the item list real quick. Is that second item or third item? I'm pretty sure it's third.
It's third.
Dang, that is fast. That is so fast. And now, usually you would expect at least towards, like, you know, 10 minutes of the game, a couple of components, a Haskell on top of the Berserker's Fury, but now that he's got both, and triple items for Chell as well, like, this game is starting to look pretty good for Vitality if they want to hold up that trophy.
3,000 gold lead. Now add a bit more spice. It's an Ice Queen 1 against Na'Vi's composition. It was already... I mean, this Valir is already a big problem for them. Now you add that slow.
It's going to be difficult for Mirai or not Ayanami. I think the only way is if not Ayanami and Mirai come in from 2 separate angles. Worst comes to worst, you got to at least sacrifice the heavy spin. Now, they're just dealing with the waves. One by one, they're going to cut it down. Even Rain getting Ice Queen 1 for herself at this stage, but they can't walk out of their base comfortably. And the oppression from Vitality is going to make sure that, hey, this lead, this simple 3K lead is slowly going to develop into roughly, I would give 7 to 8K, depending on whether or not they find another fight.
Shout out to chat, pointed it out. I just read it out, but Vival got level 15 at 950 on the dot. Massive gold advantage, an even bigger XP advantage. Keishi's 3 whole levels down.
This is a dangerous game to be around here. And Na'Vi, they haven't been too proactive on the map. They've been waiting for the protocols, and worse yet, they have no real answer to Vival because they can't force anything out of her. They have to attack other members and force Vival to come to them, and even then, might not be enough resources. That big snowball we were hoping for Rian on that Sky Piercer has not come into fruition. And yet, we are still hoping that not Ayanami can somehow clutch a fight somewhere, somehow get him low, and let Rian finish them off. I'm just worried whether or not Keishi will be able to withstand the raw damage, not only from just Cindy, but Chell, because she is clutching these fights.
And the fact that Rian, the only Sky Piercer stack she got, it was instantly cut down by Vival. I mean, Vival's having a fantastic series, another fantastic game here on Ling. Really seems like she wants that finals MVP as well. She's able to close it out. Last time she got it was MWI 2022, the very first one.
There's one hell of an argument to be made here, honestly. But considering the team lineups, it makes so much sense. And even then, when we look at the item list so far, it's only going to get worse. Nearly done with the BOD as well. If this game could not be more brutal to show how undisputedly good Vitality is, Na'Vi, we need to hear that answer sooner or later because this Lord could be a make it or break it already.
And look at this. In the previous games, they've had a Moskov to deal with the wave up top, but now they have a composition that is built for pure team fights. A composition that needed the neutral objectives. Fatal Links lands, but it's only onto Pumieko, not a penalty zone. Gets a Purify out, and that should be everybody going in. Pumieko taking it low, able to flick around in safety. Vivian gets away the dragon. That was Vival with a tempest of play. Siphon straight. It's a double. It's a triple. And it's a maniac for Vival.
Come on. Come on. Just keep on fighting. Keep on fighting and give us what we are looking for as they are looking for the inhibitor first. They've got the wave. Rain, it's all up to you.
11-minute game for match point. Now in 13 minutes with no Crimson Beacon, Rain's gonna be shredded to pieces.
We're better to defend a kingdom than upon its own sacred ground. Paris belongs to the Golden Hornets tonight.
The nightmare of 2024 has finally been laid to rest. Empires rise, rivals return, but Team Vitality are your undisputed back-to-back champions!
What an amazing game! What an amazing experience! MWI, the storylines that we were all hoping for has built up to this very moment. Once again, congratulations to Team Vitality, but the heartbreak for Na'Vi, a grueling series. There's so much to be earned. We're throwing it over to our stage host to wrap it up. Thank you so much. It's me and Miracle on the desk, signing out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we officially have, of course, our tradition, our key handoff. Here comes our champions, Team Vitality. Of course, showing amazing sportsmanship. As Na'Vi waits here next to the trophy, an incredible showing from Na'Vi. And the Vitality fans are absolutely electric.
Philippines, you fought valiantly, but your journey ends here.
Yo, great performance. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take things over to the Key Crusher. Team Vitality, your back-to-back MWI champions. And now, of course, they have to complete their tradition which is, of course, what we do right here at EWC as they crush their foes, Key, and, of course, right their wrongs from 2024.
That's absolutely right. And of course, in the midst of the Hive, who is currently buzzing right now, the foes that has taken them down in 2024, and their keys now crushed on the home turf right here in France. This is the perfect ending to Team Vitality's reign!
Congratulations. Oh my goodness. You actually could join us up there on the stage so that you can grab your trophy with the rest of your team. Team Vitality, dominant, inevitable, unstoppable.
Team Vitality, claim what is rightfully yours! Let's go, our champions of MWI 2026, Team Vitality! Challenged in every single way. 16 teams landed here in France with a target so huge on their backs, having to defend their throne here on the home ground of France. But with the Hive buzzing in support of their queens, they have successfully defended their throne, making it our back-to-back champions here at MWI 2026.
What an unbelievable performance, and we see the emotion on everyone's faces.
Shell, I want to hear from you. I've been missing you. You're so emotional right now. What does this mean for you? What does this win mean for you? I'm tongue-tied as well.
I don't even know why I'm this emotional right now.
You guys are probably getting used to winning. You know, why is this win so special?
I don't know, because I think I saw how hard my team works, and I think we really deserve this victory.
You were challenged, but you prevailed.
Shell, of course, we know back in 2024 at MWI, you go up against Team Na'Vi, and they actually were able to defeat you. Here, you right that wrong. You are back-to-back MWI champions. How does it feel to have overcome that obstacle?
I'm really, really happy, and I guess I just want to say to them that if you guys really want to win this time, not a chance.
Oh my goodness!
And now, Vivian, I have a question for you, please. This way. Before we started, I'm pretty sure that you have seen EWC posters everywhere. And your face is among the GOATs, alongside kings that have reigned titles here at EWC. Seeing your face there and extending that reign, what do you have to say to that young Vivian that started playing Mobile Legends Bang Bang? Can I have someone on the team to help translate? You can say it in Bahasa.
I want to say, welcome back, bro, to my dream again! Welcome back! This is your nightmare, bro!
Absolutely love this energy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, before we send things off, we have to make sure that we announce our finals MVP, who is none other than the one and only Viva!
The queen of the jungle. This isn't her first rodeo. She has gotten MVP in 2022. And it is about time, here on home ground, the queen of the jungle gets recognized for finals MVP. I'm gonna come this way. Let's check in. Vival, It was 2022, a long time coming. How does it feel here in the midst, of home ground, Team Vitality supporting you guys and you clutching that FMVP award here in your arms?
MVP!
I'm really happy with this award and the result of this year's MWI together with my team, and especially this year's MWI is held in Paris, which is the home ground of Team Vitality. And we dedicate this win to everyone, to our fans as well, and yeah, it was a blast.
So, do you accept this title along with this FMVP, Queen of the Jungle?
Okay, I accept.
Rightfully so.
Now, Viva, of course, again, you win yet another Finals MVP. You guys won MWI back-to-back. How does this year's victory compare to the last?
This year's win is very special because it's held in Paris. It's our home ground, so we did our best to get back-to-back for them too.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to blow the roof off of this place. You just saw such an amazing display. Please show some love to our queens of MLBB, Team Vitality! Team Vitality, please go ahead and etch your names in history. Walk on over to the totem.
Take your walk of victory now as the official queens of MWI 2026.
Vitality, an unbelievable sight. The home team wins the championship. And now the march to the totem begins with the trophy. The mother of tanks, Vivian, leading the charge. Vival, the queen of the jungle. Sony MVP, not only here in 2026, but also back in 2022 for the very first MWI. What a moment this is. What a celebration for the team of Vitality. Questions were raised. Is this roster really what they used to be? Can they go back to back? Well, the answer is clear. Yes, they can. They are your champions of MWI 2026.
I gotta say, I love this parade, man, because Vivian, not only has she won here, she wants all the stages here to know who is the winner of MWI. Look at the energy that she has. It doesn't look like she just went 6 games.
It's like a marching band.
It wasn't enough to see her face plastered all over Riyadh. She needs everyone to know here in Paris, France as well. Amazing energy from Vivian, and I gotta say, so well deserved for every single player on the team.
CIO Danny Ingles also behind as well. The march begins, and I gotta ask you two a question. Is this a dynasty roster?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even if they didn't pick up this trophy, I think they've already cemented that. You think about MLBB, women's, all you can think about is this entire roster of just very talented young women, ladies, queens, whatever you want to call it. They are amazing in their own right, and they really, really did have a huge statement today, especially after all the doubt when they lost 2 years ago at MWI against the very same team.
the way that they conquered the MLBB scene. If you touched the game for like 2 weeks, you would have heard about Team Vitality, especially this roster, because again, year by year, they do it again and again and again. You can't escape them, because again, Riyadh, Vivian's face is all over the place now in Paris as well. I gotta say, man, they are definitely the best women's team we've ever had in MWI.
Representing their region. So much pride. Indonesia has to be so proud of them. Came in with the regional battle. Which region was the best? Well, for the MWI, it is undisputably Indonesia. With Team Vitality again, it warms my heart. Flexing on the competition. This team has already achieved greatness, and they continue to do so year in and year out. When will they be stopped? Well, not this year. Not this year whatsoever. The totem starting to get close. They round the corner, and this is, we're just moments away where they will then etch their names into the history books once again onto the totem for the Esports World Cup. They placed the trophy down. That is theirs, hard-earned, and back-to-back years. And as you see, the totem area starts to light up as they go forward. I do wonder what is going through their mind. Obviously, they said, welcome to my dream. And for the competitors, welcome to my nightmare. And this is where reality sits. This is where it hits home. They start to go forward. They will be lifted up, and they will put their names onto the totem. Such a beautiful moment.
And this is theirs. This was another moment that they claimed that this is theirs. This time around, Fumi Echo will be the one to place that key onto the wall with the help of everyone, as they are the undisputed. They